Yo, what's going on, guys? Today in this video I'm going to show you guys how to get better at Fortnite. I'm going to show you guys the four elements at getting better at Fortnite, such as fighting, game sense, mechs, and knowledge. Starting off, we're going to be going over fighting. Main aspect on fighting is aim and smart moves, like making good peeks, edits, and not letting the other player get damage on you. Practice these things in creative will help you a lot. Playing on reels and zone wars and solo ranked is one of the best ways to practice because you get the in-game feel of fighting, but creative is still good at getting better fast. It will never beat the in-game feeling of fighting in-game with the same delay, mats, and third parties. Some maps to help you is 1v1 reels, any sort of zone wars 1v1, 2v2s will help you. Also, a main factor on fighting is aim. A good way to practice aim is on Fortnite maps. Fortnite Creative has a ton of maps to help you get better aim. Also, aim labs and Kovacs helps a ton because you can have the best mechs in the game but have trash aim and lose every single fight. That is another factor in getting good is game sense. Game sense is kind of like it ties to the same thing as knowledge, but game sense helps you. It's kind of like knowing what to do in what scenario. Like say someone's smacking on your wall and you need to try to get some damage on them because you're one tap and they're 200. You can either try to pre-fire them, make another box, make an edit, wait for them to make a bad move, double pickaxe your wall. It's kind of like game sense. Game sense is where you kind of just know what you gotta know what's gonna happen in the right situation. Say you're one tap, someone's trying to spray in your box, basically you got to pre-fire him or do that. Game sense, a lot of pros have game sense because if you're just a dumb brain player, just W key every single box with no mats or no health or any damage on them, because you got to have counter damage. You don't want to just want to W key someone and you don't know what their health is. It could be 200 with a mythic pump, or they could be one tap. That's why you got to get counter damage on someone. Say you spray somebody and then that's a good way to key them. That's a good factor too, because I know a lot of good players, super good fighters that are really good at fighting, but they have no game sense and they just key everybody by themselves, or they just don't really think about when they're keying somebody. That's another good way about game sense. Some of the best ways to improve your game sense is playing creative, just playing against other better players. Because say you're 5-0ing somebody, do you really think that's going to help you improve? No, it's not. That's why you got to play against good players. I would rather get 10-0'd than get 5-0'd somebody myself, just because 10-0, when you 10-0'd, you can learn from mistakes and you can ask them, what do you think I can improve on? That's another good way how to get better. Just surround yourself against good players. Find a good friend group on Discord, go on big Discord servers, or maybe just some of your friends, because some of your IRLs, sometimes they're not going to cut it because they're not going to be grinding as much as you. And if you want to go pro in this game, you got to find a good group of people that can help you do that. That's why finding a good friend group definitely can help you get better game sense and just get better at the game in general, because you can 1v1 them, they'll always be on and it will just help you. And another way to get better game sense is playing 10 solo ranked games back to back and just writing down each time you die. Just writing the reason you made a wrong peek, you jumped in somebody's box, you didn't get enough heals, you didn't farm enough. Like, those are good things to learn because you can take from those mistakes and understand why you're dying and improve those things every single time. So just do that 10 times in a row. Just play 10 ranked games. I don't care what rank you are, just play 10 ranked games and promise me, and just write down every single time you die what's the reason why you died. You didn't make a right peek, you didn't have enough mats, you got keyed, you were in the wrong scenario. Like, just write down 10 things that will help you improve, because trust me, that will help you so much get better at the game. Just learning from your mistakes and VODing your games is another good way too, especially with your duo. If you have a duo partner, VOD games with them, watch back your games, say what did we do wrong in this scenario, what could we have done better. And VODing pro games and like including what those pros did to become the best, and just include what they're doing in their games and why you're not doing them. Another element at getting good at Fortnite is going to be mechanics. Mechanics is not everything at getting Fortnite, but mechanics definitely can help you be creating new boxes. Another big tip on editing and like just mechanics overall is just edit on release. It's a very controversial thing. A lot of pros have it on, a lot of pros don't have it on. I personally have it on myself just because it's easier for me to create another boxes and just edit faster and just make better peaks when I do have it on. But it's honestly preference. Some pros have it on, some pros don't. Most of the time, a lot of pros do have edit on release off just because they say they can make better peaks, but personally, some pros do have it on too, and they do just as well as the pros that do. So it's honestly just preference. Just try it out in creative and just see which one you do. But you can have the best mechanics in the game and then literally have terrible aim and just literally miss every single shot. That's why aim is definitely help you too. Like, you can have good aim also and have terrible mechanics and just get keyed. But also, aim Loki does carry a little bit, and definitely the mechanics are definitely not the main essential on getting good at Fortnite, but definitely do help a lot. Like, think about Martos for instance. He is super good aim, and like his mechanics are not super crazy, and he still destroys everybody. But having good mechanics definitely does help a lot. Like Polarize has crazy mechanics and is super good solo fighter. Also, and tunneling as well. Mechanics are super good for tunneling in game if you're an IGO or a co-IGO or even a fragger. Still need to tunnel sometimes. So mechanics is another good way how to get better at Fortnite, guys. So definitely practice your mechanics in creative, in game. Most of the time in game isn't really good for practicing your mechanics except for like creating new boxes or box fighting someone in game. But creative is one of the best ways to help your mechanics, guys. Just free building in a blank 1v1 map, zero delay, or like box fighting someone or zone wars is just one of the best ways how to get better mechanics, and another good element on how to get better at Fortnite. One of the last elements on getting good at Fortnite is gonna have to be knowledge on the game. Knowledge on the game kind of ties on everything. You gotta know what to edit. You gotta know what like mechanics are, obviously. You gotta know what game sense, like what type of peaks to make. It kind of ties in everything, kind of wraps it up in a nice gift. So not kind of knowing what good knowledge on the game is, just like certain phase in, certain peaks, and just kind of just like what to do in the game. Like say you need surge, what are you gonna do? You have to go look for surge, different ways like that. Just knowledge on the game is one of the best ways how to become a better player at Fortnite, because not a lot of people, like, you can't be brain dead at the game and just, you can have crazy mechs, crazy aim, but just be brain dead, don't know when to key, don't know not when to key. That's why knowledge definitely helps us a lot when trying to get better at Fortnite. Just practicing your knowledge and just practicing scrims and just getting more knowledge on the game definitely does help a lot. Key factor in getting better knowledge on the game is VODing. We already covered this a little bit on the game sense part, but VODing is super important, guys. Trust me, VODing will change your life. Literally, like, if you want to get better at the game, every single pro VODs their games, they VOD their replays, they VOD pros, they VOD other pros that are doing well. Another thing is, a lot of people turn off the replays because you get more delay, but honestly, I keep my replays on just because it helps you so much getting better at the game. You can go over what your mistakes are, or even clipping your game. So say you're playing solos and you die and you want to know why you died and what you could improve on, clip the last 30 seconds of when you died while you're fighting the player and just understand why you're dying in the game. That's another good way. And just VODing pros, like watching pros and just saying, oh, he pushed that box a certain way, what I would have done in the video, what would you have done in that scenario? And probably most likely is not the same thing they're doing. So that's why you got to watch their games and just kind of see what they're doing and just getting more knowledge on the game. That's why another good thing is just like VODing is so good and helps you get so much better at the game. It's just because you can just watch other players and see what you're doing wrong and what they're doing good and like what they're doing different and what you're not doing, guys. So that's going to be the 4 aspects on how to get better at Fortnite, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video or it helped you a lot, guys. This video took me a little bit to make and I haven't posted in like a month, guys, so I'm very sorry about that one. But guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and it definitely did help you improve at Fortnite and write down these things. And I hope you all have a good day. Goodbye.